His twin brother's on the Seahawks as a linebacker as well, and you are joining us. So let's just cut to the chase on this thing, all this Russell Wilson talk, and Joy and I are freaking out. We're like, the hell's going on here? As a Seahawks player, do you read some of this stuff and think, what? Russell Wilson? I mean, what do you make of it?
It's crazy because you have no choice but to see it, especially if you're on Twitter or you're active on any social media. You have no choice but to see it. And it's crazy. I know there's a lot going on. But, man, I got so much going on myself, focus on what's next for me and what's next for Shaquill Griffin. So, one thing you can do is hope for the best. I know that's a guy who wants so much out this game. He loved the game. He got so much passion for it. Only thing you can do is just hope for the best for that guy. The main thing is he just want the best for himself, for his team. So I know that feeling.
It's interesting. So, Shaq, you get drafted. You become a Pro Bowler. You had your best year last year. You do your part. But now we have the cap going down. It's crazy. So you should get your most money now because you did your job. You get drafted. You got better as a player. You just had your most interceptions. You deserve to get paid. And it just happens the cap's going down, so these teams are freaking out. And so you could potentially get more money elsewhere, but Seattle wins 11, 12 games a year. There's no state tax in Seattle. There's little bits and pieces of Seattle. How big is money in respect to you, and how big is I'm already in a pretty good place?
You definitely want to come in, knowing your worth and trying to get what you deserve. I know at the end of the day, I know it's a business aspect when it comes to this, but right now I'm looking for any team that, that's revolving around winning, that's trying to get to a Super Bowl, who's trying to win games. I'm looking for a team who's not afraid to utilize, my experts and my height, my speed, my length. I'm looking for a team who's not worried about what scheme I should be in, knowing that they can use me in any type of way, that can help benefit, and put me in the best position to help us win ball games. And the good thing about it, I'm young, I'm 25 years old. I got the best ball ahead of me, going to the Pro Bowl before, but, that's just the beginning. I got so much more to offer to this game. I want to be that consistent player that's always in that discussion of, being an all-pro guy or, being the top cornerback in the league. So, like I said, I'm young, I got the best ball ahead of me. So I'm just looking for a team that's not afraid to utilize my experts and, put me in the best position for, this team or whatever team I may be on to win ball games and win the Super Bowls.
If you left Seattle and you got more money, I mean, the bottom line, somebody said, we want Shaq Griffin, we want to pay him. What would you take from Seattle that you learned there from Pete Carroll and you would take somewhere else? Like, what have you learned in Seattle that you didn't know out of college? You learn in Seattle, you leave because you can make more money. Are there gifts you would take from Seattle?
Oh, of course. Just taking my poise from what I learned in Seattle, going to other, if it may be another team, and taking them same things that he taught, everybody, just being completely yourself, showing your worth to this game and, completely just being me. That's the one thing I took from it. Another thing is, never making one game bigger than another. You got to continue to compete at the highest level every single game. And I feel like that's huge because I feel like most people or most teams, get ahead of themselves or this is, one big game, but the next one might not be. I feel like I took that from Seattle and it helped me play at the highest level every single time instead of taking games off. So that's one thing I'm definitely going to take. And no matter where I'm at, I'm going to utilize that, and just compete in every single time, every single chance I do get.
Russell Wilson is a very unique player. He had a lot of doubters. He was smaller, and then all of a sudden he goes in and he's great. And, you're a third-round pick. You didn't go to a massive Alabama or Texas, so a lot of people overlooked you during the process. And I was telling my wife this the other day. I said, if your life experience was being overlooked, like Russell Wilson got overlooked and you get overlooked by the big schools, like I understand you having a chip on your shoulder and thinking, no, I'm going to get mine now. My whole life's been people doubting me. Like I get if somebody came to you and just said, I'm going to write you a bigger check. Is that something that is part of your life, that you have been overlooked a lot and you're tired of being overlooked?
Yeah, but I definitely use that to my advantage. I don't think that would change. I want to keep that chip on my shoulder. I'm fine with having doubters because that makes me want to play this game even at a higher level. I want to do better. I want to get better. I want to be the best. because I had so many people doubt me. I want to continue to prove people wrong. We go back and talk about my brother and all the situations he's been through. We've been through the same thing together. So, I love that. That's part of my game. So I'm not too busy, worried about, oh man, they just get the top dollar. I just want a team that's going to accept me for who I am and try to get the best out of me. Like I said, I'm not done yet, and there's so much more I want to accomplish playing this game. And I want the team or whatever team I may be on to feel the same way that I do. I want somebody to help me become my better self. So, the money's going to come behind it. I just want teams to know that, I'm ready to give my all to this game, and I want to be the best. And that's something I'm looking forward to, accomplishing.
So in high school, college, and the pros so far, especially in high school, college, you were better than the guy you covered. In high school, you never met a receiver that was more talented than you. In college, you didn't meet a receiver that was more talented. And then you get to the NFL, and DeAndre Hopkins comes in motion, and you got to guard DeAndre Hopkins. Is there a receiver or two in your 4 or 5 years in the NFL that you're like, man, he's my equal? Like, who's a hard guy to cover for you?
Well, everybody in the league is great. So I'm going to put that out there. Everybody's great. If it's someone I feel like, oh, this is my equal. No, I never really had that feeling. Some days in some games where someone's doing great, and some games where I'm doing great. Like I said, but everybody's great in this league. But I'm trying to come to a year where I feel like no one is equal. And that's the goal. That's what I set out to be. I want to be the best. So I want to see no equal. I want to see no one better than me. I want to be better than everybody. So, I don't want to put that out there saying that someone is equal, because I want to be better than them. And, that's my main focus. So I ain't letting nobody have that today.
All right. You're not even going to let anybody have it. By the way,
not today.
by the way, for you, if I told you 5 minutes from now, oh my God, Russell Wilson just got traded, Seattle wouldn't be the same football team. Would that not be good for you? Would you think to yourself, we just lost our star quarterback? Would that be a decision that would weigh on you, on your decision to go somewhere?
Oh man, it'd be different. But it's so tough to kind of even think, Russell getting traded. I feel like the main thing I have learned from Russell is, keeping faith and staying positive for any decisions. And the main thing, he got to make the best decision for himself, for his family. And I know Russell is going to continue to think hard as he can on whatever decision he may make. But if you ask me, I'm staying positive and saying that Russell Wilson is going to be staying in Seattle. That's just, staying positive about it. But like I said, there's so much going on for myself. It's kind of hard to focus on if, Russell Wilson will stay or if he'll go. Because I got so much trying to figure out on my own, trying to figure out what's next for Shaquill Griffin. So it's just kind of tough to, even think about that.
Yeah, you led the Seahawks in passes defended with 12. First interception in 2020 season, by the way, was off Dak Prescott in week 3. I'm reading that. So when will you, Shaquill, when will you make your decision, do you believe? You and your agent will make your decision. When will you?
Not sure. We haven't put an actual date on it. Right now, I'm just accepting the process and enjoying the process. And the main thing right now, he told me just focus on just being you, continue to work out, continue to get back in shape and get back to playing your best ball. So I'm already focused on whatever team I may be. I'm focused on getting my body back right, so I can be my best self for whatever team I may play so they can get the best out of me. So when I'm doing that, I know I got a great team behind me. And, the only thing I have to do is focus on just playing my best ball, and then everything else will play itself out.
All right, Shaq Griffin, good luck to you, the Seahawks, Russell Wilson, Pete Carroll, and everybody. Appreciate you stopping by our show today. Appreciate you. He dressed up for the show today. A lot of guys don't even get out of their sweatsuit. And look at Shaquille's here looking like a Pro Bowl corner. Took care of us today, so he looks all lit and cool and smart and all that stuff. All right, Shaq, appreciate it.
No, I appreciate you guys again. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.